Welcome to this week's episode of Macgasm. I'm Brennan Schnell.
I'm Luca Fiore.
This week we have a couple products to show off and an installation of an SSD hard drive in a MacBook Pro. But first off, let's talk about the mice. Luca and I both had the same mice, but just different sizes. What did you think about the mouse?
Honestly, I really liked it. Maybe I wasn't coming from a hardcore gaming perspective, but honestly, it took me 10 minutes to get used to this kind of rocking motion. That being said, it moves. You still use it like a normal mouse. Truthfully, I thought that when I first put it down that I would have to
I see.
move. That's how the cursor moves.
There's like an accelerometer or something.
So like, is this how I do it?
I
It's like, no, I just like put it down. It's like, oh yeah, so it's just a regular mouse. But this rocking motion, I got used to it in, again, like 10 minutes. I was playing Half-Life on it. I do my editing on it. Honestly, I had a small Microsoft, I can't remember the model name, mouse similar to it, and I traded that off for this thing. And honestly, I just fell in love real quick, real simple.
So basically there's a little swivel in it, and it's made so when you put your hand on the mouse, it moves based on where your hand's positioned on it. So if you lean forward in your fingers, it'll lean forward. If you lean more to the left side or right side, it'll kind of swivel with you.
I was finding that when I was first using it, I was clicking down.
Yeah. So that being said, it was a little awkward to get used to for the first 10 minutes. It wasn't that bad afterwards. However, I compare every mouse to the Logitech MX510 and nothing beats it. I've tried the Magic Mouse by Apple. I've tried these mice, and it all feels awkward to me. The only thing that has ever felt nice to me in the past like 10 years is those Logitech mice, and nothing can beat it. But that being said, if you're looking for a little mouse to throw in your bag, the Logitech MX510s, I believe they're MX, the laser one, they're a little bigger, so you can't really throw them in your laptop bag. But these come with a little Bluetooth adapter in case your laptop isn't Bluetooth enabled, and you can just connect the mouse up to an on-off switch. Typical AA batteries inside.
AAA for mine.
Oh, AAA for you. And I mean, I've left my mouse on and the batteries haven't died. I've noticed the battery life in this is a lot better than the Apple Magic Mouse, which is good to see for a Bluetooth mouse. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that's the Smartfish wireless mouse. I don't know, besides that, what your impressions were, if you have anything else. Or...
Nope. I like it.
And I say it's okay. It's not the greatest mouse. I'd still stick with the Logitech MX510, and that's what I do. It just conforms to my hand, and it's just a beautiful thing. Okay, so next up, we had, Josh and I reviewed last season, I would say, the hard candy case. And one of the things that we wanted to, well, we brought up was on the inside, there's these little rubber grooves that actually were glued onto the case. They were glued onto a piece of Velcro. And what happened was it would kind of get hot and melt. So the glue would melt off and these rubber pieces would come off. So what Josh and I suggested they do is exactly what you see on the camera right now, is stitch the Velcro into the rubber piece. So this way you're not dealing with any of the glue falling off, right? And getting warm and all sliding. It was gross. Look, Josh and I had it when we had it the first time. We pull it out and there's glue on the inside of his laptop, all over his iPad, and he's going, what the hell? And he wasn't happy. So after we made that suggestion, I don't know if it was just us, but we got this case in the mail, and we just want to give you a quick update from Hard Candy. They actually did it. So it works so much better. You don't have to worry about the glue. You can position it anywhere you want, make it tighter or looser based on your iPad.
So what you're saying is we've made a difference.
We have made a difference. And we'd like to thank Hard Candy for actually listening to our review and making those changes. I just have the white case. So we give a thumbs up now to Hard Candy cases. And make sure you check them out and pick yourself up a Hard Candy case. So finally, what we did was my hard drive was getting full and my RAM was getting all used up and uppity, and I was getting a lot of lag, and I didn't like that too much. So I purchased 8 gigs of RAM from OWC, and you can get them at macsales.com. And I purchased the 240 gig solid state hard drive and the Datadoubler. So what I'm going to do today is I want to show you guys how to take apart a MacBook Pro and install the Datadoubler with the 240 gig solid state hard drive, and where you install the RAM and such. So we're going to take the laptop apart and show you guys how to do that. But first off, Luca, I know you had some sort of hybrid hard drive in your computer.
Yes, I believe it's called the Seagate Momentous XT, and I bought the 500 gig model. And what Seagate decided to do was, because as you may know, and a lot of people know, that if you're thinking about upgrading to a solid state drive, although they're stupidly fast, they're very, very expensive.
Yep.
So what Seagate decided to do was do what's called a hybrid drive, meaning you have a regular SATA drive with a very small amount of solid state memory built into it. When you first boot it up, when you first install your OS, when you first boot it, it doesn't feel very snappy, but you won't notice it until maybe the third or fourth time that you've booted it up. Like, I've clocked in with my OS at about 17 seconds boot up, which is great. Stupendous as far as I'm concerned. But I feel like what it's doing is some sort of voodoo magic in order to rearrange the OS so that it fits onto that the small amount of solid state drive on there.
Yeah, I think that's how that works. Not voodoo magic, but it gets written to your solid state portion of the hard drive, and then it boots from there.
Whatever the most popular or the most frequently booted up item would be, which in this case would probably be the OS.
That's right. Now, I did have a chance to install the RAM already. I'll show you where you put that and how you install that on this thing too. And I've noticed a huge difference in the RAM upgrade alone. I had every app open. I mean, Photoshop, Illustrator, Firefox running apps, TweetDeck, Twitter, Aperture, iTunes, playing a movie. I had all these things open and running, and it wasn't slowing down at all. I was just pushing it.
What's the CPU in yours?
The 2.66 Intel Core 2 Duo.
Okay, cool.
So I pushed it to the limit, and now putting this SSD in is going to take it to the next level. So what I'm going to do after I install it is I'm going to put the operating system and any main core applications on it, and I'm going to put any media files, movies, music, Aperture libraries onto
your SATA drive.
Onto the internal SATA drive. So now we're going to show you how to go ahead and actually install this hard drive, and we hope you like it. So that's it for this week's episode of Macgasm. I'm Brandon Schnell. You can find us online at twitter.com/Macgasm, and we're on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you can think of. Just search Google Macgasm and we'll come up. You can also find me at my personal account, twitter.com/ecene.
And I'm twitter.com/Valkaline.
And Josh is twitter.com/Joshua Schnell, and he's behind the camera right now. So we hope you like this episode of the hard drives and the mice and the case. Make sure you check us out and subscribe to our podcast.
No time for anything funny tonight, guys. I'm sorry.